Hey guys, JC here. Sorry that I wasn't able to make it in today. My plan up until about 8:30 was to come in, and I'm just waiting for my doctor to clear me. I just found out yesterday morning that I have to have a letter for the school saying that I'm cleared to come back. And since my doctor's in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a little bit difficult getting a letter right away. So I'm just waiting on that. I was told that I would have it this afternoon. Um, Hopefully, I don't want to make a promise. Again, I don't want to break two promises, but I'm hoping to be there tomorrow. What that also means is it's kind of another day of I'm kind of doing a lot of things that normally I would do throughout certain classes. I'm kind of stuff that I know you don't need me there to do. I don't really want to get into the content and stuff until I am there. So today you're going to be doing a couple different things for me. The plans, are on the Google Doc. Part of it is watching this video and following the instructions, and then the other part is really just watching part of the essay. I was told there were, I think, 3 or 4 new students who joined the class yesterday, which is awesome. Welcome. So happy that you guys have added this class. We have lost a couple, but we're at a pretty good number right now. Again, if you know anybody who's passionate about social justice or history, certainly have them sign up. Probably today is one of the last days that you can do that. So certainly help spread the word to get more people in the class. But what we're going to do, and I didn't really do this last year, but I think it will be pretty awesome and effective in our goal of really creating change. That is, as I said on day one, that's one of my goals in this class is not just to teach you the content, but to have you in some way impact our current society, bring awareness to these issues that we'll talk about in this class. And I figured one of the best platforms to do that is through making a website. It'll be kind of like a digital, what we call a digital portfolio for this class, something that you'll always be able to access. You know, a lot of the stuff that I teach you, there's a chance that you're going to forget it. Not all of it, but certainly some of these issues, especially the historical things that you're going to be learning about. Just like anything you've learned, even from my ninth grade class, after some time, you're going to forget it. So it's nice to have this digital portfolio that you can always reflect on, because what you're learning in here truly is important to know. As you get out into the real world, especially when you branch out from Tioga County, especially, it's important to know this information and be aware of these topics that we'll talk about that even go beyond the content. So I figured I'd have you guys create a digital portfolio. It's something that we'll just kind of chip away at throughout the year, up until the end of the semester, really. It's not something that is going to necessarily be graded completely, but some of the things on there might be graded assignments that you include in the portfolio. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a Google site. If you remember from, depending on when you had me, because my website's changed over the years, it's always been a Google site, but they've made updated Google site, so it's looked a little different. You are going to make a Google site. And then part of what else you're going to be doing is, as I said, you're going to be doing blogging, and if you're not sure what that is, it's kind of like an online essay that the whole world can read. You're going to be using Blogger, which is a Google blogging site that you'll also incorporate into this digital portfolio. So you'll have like a link that people can access your blog on some of these topics. So I'm just going to show you how to set up your digital portfolio, your class website. And then you can, spend, 15, 20, 30 minutes playing around, making it look cool, adding certain features to it. You probably won't know a whole lot of stuff to add until we start chipping away at this thing and you find out more and more stuff that you're going to be including in it. But you can certainly make it look appealing and put some pictures on it and stuff like that. And then when you're finished with that, you can read through my plans here and start the writing assignment, which you can just do on a Google Doc. And again, this writing assignment that I'm having you do is going to be incorporated in your blog, which will go on this digital portfolio. So I cannot encourage you enough. I know some of you hate writing, and that's okay. Okay, but just write as much as you possibly can. It's not something that I'm going to grade. It's not something that I'm going to look at. I'm probably going to ask you to share some things if I'm there tomorrow from these, but I'm not going to have you read word for word what you wrote. But it'll make your blog a lot easier to write down the road if you can write as much as you possibly can. And again, please don't look anything up. I'm not worried about you being able to research things, because we're going to learn about these topics that you're writing about. I just want to know what you already know and how you have learned those things. So back to the Google site, you need to open up a separate tab and go to Google. Once you are on Google, you are going to click the Google Apps, and you are going to click on Sites. Now yours might not show up here. You might have to go to More, and then scroll, until you find Sites. All right, once you have found Sites, you click on it. Yours will be empty. I've made several different sites for all sorts of things. But if you're not able to find it in that drop down, you can just type in sites.google.com and go there. But once you're there, you are going to click the plus symbol. Should be in the bottom right hand corner. I'm hoping your guys is the same as mine. And this is your Google site. Okay? And this is just your main page. I'm just going to show you a couple basic things, and then you can kind of play around and add some things. Again, you're not going to be able to do a whole lot with it today, but you can certainly enter a name for your site. Mr. Columns Domain was one of my class website names. I can't remember what my current one is, but most of you saw the Mr. Columns Domain. You can just put your first and last name in there, and then this is kind of like your web page. And actually what I'll do is I will pull up my class site just so we can reference kind of what it's going to look like. Yours is going to look like. So this is what mine looks like. This is what yours is going to look like. Okay, my current one is U.S. History with JC. Yours could be, African American Studies with, your first and last name, or bringing social change to America, or informing America of a hidden history, or so whatever you want to call it. You can always change it later. You can all of this that you're going to be doing today, you can change later. But you can see if we look at mine, I have all these tabs. We'll be adding tabs as the year goes on. But what you could start with is, whatever you're going to call it. You can put it here, and then you can add a picture. Kind of, I would make it related to African American studies or discrimination or social change, social justice, or whatever. But maybe just find a picture on Google, save it to your Chromebook, and then upload it from here. Now mine looks a little different. You can see there. There's themes over here on the right. All of this is how you essentially edit. If you go to themes and click down them, it'll change. I think that's the one I have. I just changed the background picture. But it'll change your font. It'll change your color options. And you're just going to put a picture back there. The main thing it affects is your font. So whatever you want your font, that's the biggest thing. I think these themes, you can change the colors and stuff, but it's going to affect your font really on the rest of the page, whichever one you pick. So again, pick a theme and put a picture behind it, put a title on it. Again, there's not a whole lot of things that you can do right now with it. Pages, you can create a tab. If you click here, you'll add a page. The first page that we're probably going to do is your blog. So you could always just write in blog, hit enter, and there's your new one. That's a new page. I don't know where that comes up. Mine are up. Oh, right here. See, it's across the top. And you could actually change it so it's over here. But we can do that later. And then again, you can change the background to your blog, and then we'll just have your blog posts all below here. So again, I just wanted to kind of get 5 or 10 minutes that you'd normally have to take during class, get this out of the way. You can play around with it, play with the themes, play with the pages. You know, it allows you to do all sorts of things. To type below here, you just click there and you can embed videos, stuff from your Google Drive, pictures, or you can just write. So you can play around with it a little bit, spice it up, make it look cool. You can add if you can think of things that we might add in there. You can put like content, areas, whatever you want to do with it. For now, I just want to get that started, so when we're ready to, do our blog or put information in, it's already done and set up. So that is that. That's all I really want you working on, is that in the writing assignment, which again is on the Google Doc that looks like this. And again, I really, really, really hope that I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm almost positive I'll be there. I don't want to give you 100% guarantee, but I'm almost positive I'll be there tomorrow. And my first day there, we are going to look at all of these issues that you're writing about: racism, prejudice, discrimination, what they mean, how they impact us. You'll find that we're going to talk about some pretty uncomfortable things. Race is a big issue that makes people uncomfortable, and I'm hoping that we can jump right into it tomorrow and hopefully make it a little more comfortable to talk about. So get that stuff done, and if you have free time, just find something quiet to do. If you are late joining the class, make sure you look through Google Classroom and do the assignments, the Flipgrid assignment, and some of the things that I've assigned over the last couple days. All right, guys?